Hey everybody, this is Modern Refugee. Thought I'd give you guys a little early morning truck talk here. And myself, like a lot of other people in the preparedness community, we keep an eye on YouTube videos. We kind of keep an eye on current events. People do it for a lot of different reasons. I do it more for, I like keeping my finger on the pulse of the preparedness community in general, and there's no better way to do that than keeping an eye on sort of the current events videos that a lot of prepping channels put out. It's human nature to a certain extent. Now, there has been a lot of things going on in the last week, and well, we've been busy here taking care of our own personal SHTF. There's been a lot of things going on around the world that people have been latching on to. There's conflict in the Middle East. There was that 911 outage in several states. There's money for Ukraine, so that conflict is going to continue to go on. And people are always kind of tuned in to those potential large, massive events. And it's just human nature because people want to get an edge. They want an edge over everybody else to get that little nugget of information that's going to give them kind of a one-up on everybody else. So people get drawn into that, and it reminded me of something that happened to me personally years and years ago already, and I thought it was worth mentioning. And what it was is I was on the eve of flying commercial for the first time, and I had already flown, but it was always private around here, kind of with people I knew and that kind of stuff. But it was the first time, I was putting my life in the hands of a complete stranger on a commercial airline, and I had a certain amount of anxiety over that. So I was talking to my cousin, and my cousin said to me, he said, "You're worried about the wrong thing." And I said, "What do you mean I'm worried about the wrong thing? I'm getting on a big old jet airliner." And he said, "Getting on that commercial airline isn't going to be the most dangerous thing that you're going to do that day." He said, "The most dangerous thing you're going to do that day is you're going to get in your car and you're going to drive to the airport. That's the most dangerous thing." So there was danger there. I was just focused on the wrong thing. And he was right. He was right. The most dangerous thing that most people do on a day-to-day basis is get in their car and drive somewhere. Nobody ever thinks about that, though. So then how does that relate back into preparedness? Well, large, massive events, worldwide, global events can take place. It is the mundane, everyday things that are going to get most people. And it's just a statistics game, more or less. Death and danger lay around the corner of everything that we do, but our mind gets drawn to more interesting things, more interesting topics, and that's those large events, and that's why people are drawn to those type of videos, because they're concerned about those more dynamic events, so to speak. But the everyday things are the things that most people are going to, find themselves getting into trouble over. And, we just seen it, here with our loved one passing away. Just those everyday things like, medical and accidents and economic problems and, just hardships, day-to-day hardships. Those are the things that most people are going to run into trouble with. And here comes the little bit of advice. That's the stuff that we should prepare for. That is the stuff. If we're prepared on those local, everyday things, we're going to be more prepared if those dynamic events take place. Because those dynamic events still can take place, but if you kind of got your stuff squared away for the smaller stuff, you got your communication in place, you got, ways to keep lines of communication open, you got some food and water put away, you got your vehicle squared away, you got your medical problems squared away, you got ways to tend to people, whether it's, medical or food or shelter. You got all those kind of things in order, those mundane things. You're going to be better off in the long run, looking after those big things as well. But anyway, I just thought it was something worth mentioning here this morning, because I was thinking about sort of the last week and all the stuff that was going on, and sort of how the preparedness community was reacting to that kind of stuff. And I wanted to kind of ground everybody to a certain extent and concentrate on them small things, and then if the big things happen, you got some stuff that's already in place that can help you with those as well. But anyway, this is Modern Refugee. Appreciate all you guys out there. Hope you guys got a little something out of my video here this morning, something to think about today. But anyway, you guys have a good one.